Hello BNI members, welcome to your video newsletter. It is Monday, November 3rd. My name is Ann Mehta, your co-executive director, and we've fallen back to Mountain Standard Time. Isn't that a joy? It is dark out there, my God. Let's just dive right into our member essential for this week, which is on the power of providing feedback. Not just in BNI, but certainly in our BNI context, it can do wondrous things. In BNI, you'll often hear us talking about visibility, credibility, and profitability. And there's one tool, one powerful tool that can strengthen all three, and that is the art of providing feedback. Whether it's a quick comment to a member after their weekly presentation, or some thoughtful suggestions that you can maybe provide after a member's feature presentation, or what if it was a deeper conversation about professionalism within our chapters. Feedback, when it's done correctly, can lead to a deeper level of trust. And when we can establish that deep level of trust, this is the foundation that all higher quality, higher value referrals are based upon. So let's talk about at a high level why feedback is so important and why we should be doing this on a day-to-day basis. It can help members improve their presentations. It can help you level up and advance your own skills. And at the end of the day, we need to make it easy for each other to refer to one another. And so one of the key ways we can do that is by providing feedback. What if a member wasn't very clear in their presentation? What if there are other ways that they could be explaining their business that would make it easier for you to understand? Very important for them to hear this messaging so that they can work on earning more referrals and those higher quality referrals as well. By providing feedback, we can encourage a deeper level of accountability and professionalism in our chapter. And we all want that. We all want to be a part of a very professional group. This can help elevate the chapter's reputation, of course, which can lead to more organic growth as other visitors see what it is that you have built and the camaraderie and the trust that exists. By providing feedback, you could also have a voice in how your chapter is run. You can provide feedback to your leadership executive team members, your president, your vice president, secretary, treasurer. Give them feedback on how they are doing and also on what you would like to see happening in your chapter in the future. And most importantly, by providing feedback, we can deepen those relationships, and it really shows that when we care for one another, when we care enough to provide each other that feedback, we can show each other that we are invested in each other's success. So let's go over a few tips that we've put together in providing feedback professionally. Number one, make sure you ask first. Ask them, would you be open to feedback? This shows respect, and it's going to help create that safe space for this discussion. Number two, be very specific. So if you're going to be providing feedback, come prepared with notes. Maybe it's on their weekly presentation. Come prepared with notes so that you can provide that feedback. And instead of saying something like, that was a good try, share with them, I liked how you explained your ideal client over the last several weeks. Share with them those specific examples. And then you dive in by using the I approach. And this one's very important because this is a gentle way to share your perspective. So here you may say something like, I felt a bit confused during the intro. Maybe a clear opening would help. And if you have examples on what that intro was that wasn't so clear, provide that to them. It's very important to, again, be specific. Number four, ensure you're finding a balanced approach. So share with them what worked well before offering your suggestions, but it's not one thing that worked well and then 5,000 suggestions unless they are asking for more of that feedback. This really depends on the relationship and how deep you are within that relationship, but if they are asking for more feedback, then of course this is your door to they're opening the door for you to provide that. Number five, very important to keep things private. Sensitive feedback is best shared one-to-one. So when we talk about providing feedback, this is not, at the end of a weekly presentation or during your chapter meeting, but done in private after the chapter meeting, on a phone call, in a one-to-one, and so on. Number six, very important to be curious, not critical. So ask questions. Ask questions like, what were you hoping to communicate with that example? And so when you're sharing, of course, you're going to be specific. Be curious, not critical, and you can do this. You can achieve this by asking more questions. And number seven, of course, follow up. If someone has provided you feedback, follow up with them. Let them know what that has meant to you, how you have utilized that feedback. And if you see someone else utilizing your feedback, let them know that you noticed. Feedback is such an important part of the relationship building process. And yes, you can absolutely give feedback to your leadership executive team. Here it's very important to focus on solutions, not just the problems. If you come to them, be prepared to share some ways you think you could help in overcoming some of the challenges. And very important to be respectful. These leaders have taken on this role. They're living givers gain by taking on the mantle of leadership in your chapter, and offer help when you can. So finally, feedback isn't just about being right. It's about being helpful. And when we do this correctly, we can deepen the level of trust within our chapters. This is where cultures are really developed within a chapter. And that's the kind of chapter where referrals absolutely thrive. Other news to share from around our region is it's the first newsletter of the month, which means it's time for our next top 50 in our member traffic lights for BNI Alberta North. This is a new initiative that we started just a month ago with the rollout of the member traffic lights, of course. Congratulations to 5 members in our region that have scored the top score of 100 in the month of October. That they are Stephen Lau, BNI Park Power Connections, Carol McCaffrey at BNI Aggregate, Jody McFadden at BNI St. City, Sean McConnell, welcome to the 100 at BNI Revolution, and Shelley Tobin at BNI Premier. So these 5 members have achieved a score of 100 in the member traffic lights for the month of October. And as a reminder, if you achieve that 100 score for 3 months in a row, you will be inducted into the BNI Alberta North 100 Club and be invited to our quarterly mixer that we host here at the BNI regional office. So look forward to that. Our next one will be hosted in December. Next up, we have our lifelong learning and networking events that are happening across our region and Canada. Our next cross-chapter collaboration is being hosted on Wednesday, November 5th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This one is on discovering your ROI in BNI, so your return on investment. Along with our facilitator and other members of the cross-chapter collaboration, you'll be learning and discovering strategies that you can implement to maximize your return on your BNI investment. Coming up on Monday, November 17th, this one is specifically for our leadership executive team members as well as regional team members. Special webinar for you being hosted at 2 o'clock, focused on having hard conversations. This one's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to that myself. There's some BNI Canada member networking. So if you're interested in building relationships across Canada with BNI members, the next one is taking place on Thursday, November 20th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. There are many of those events. Do go and check out our events calendar at events.bnialberta.ca. And then in terms of some of the final cross-chapter collaborations for this year in our region, on Wednesday, November 19th, this one's taking place in person. We're hosting one focused on wedding and event planning. And then on Thursday, December 4th at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, this one will be held online. We're inviting Contact Sphere members from marketing and events. And then our final cross-chapter of the year is focused on preparing for the RRSP season, and that is taking place in person here at the BNI Regional Office on Tuesday, December 12th. And of course, our big event is coming up on Saturday, February 7th, which is our annual awards gala. Please go and check out the tickets. We have new sponsorship opportunities and some sponsorships that have already been selling. So thank you so much to each of you that is getting the messaging out there. Tickets are now up to their regular price, but if you continue to buy 2 tickets at a time, you'll still be able to access that early bird pricing for our tickets. I look forward to seeing you here very soon in the next couple of weeks sometime. I'll be heading out to Lloydminster to visit our friends at BNI Edge. So I'm looking forward to seeing you this week. And then Neville and I, as well as a few members of our region, are heading off to Australia for the BNI Global Convention in Sydney in a few weeks' time. So until I see you here or online or at your chapter meeting, I hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, and remember, BNI starts now.